Marking can also happen when a dog finds that somebody in the house is a little bit more challenging, and they'll actually wind up going to the bathroom on their shoes, on their clothing, or their side of the bed. I've seen it happen. Hey guys, I'm Dave Kurlander, animal behavior specialist and researcher and host of the Pack Animal Podcast. And today we're going to talk about housebreaking and crate routines. Housebreaking can be daunting for most. It can be frustrating when you can't identify why your dog just won't listen to you and he won't stop peeing and pooping in the house. There are multiple reasons to why this could occur. So let's break this down into the three most common areas to where people find housebreaking to be an issue. Let's say you have a puppy coming into the home who just is ignorant to your routines. We're all learning how to get along with each other. We're all learning our little nuances. And at about, rule of thumb is about anywhere between 3 to 4 months is when they start to gain bladder control. So we can always keep that in our back of our minds that, you know, our dog might not be able to literally hold it at that point. So at that point, you want to create a really solid, structured routine. You want to feed and walk on time, every day, and leave enough time in consideration that the dog might not be able to hold it. So in general, for a puppy, I would recommend walking them every 2 to 3 hours. And you can throw a crate routine in there, because most dogs, especially coming from a breeder where their weaning box was kept really clean, have already formed this nice habit of staying clean. So when you put them in a crate, chances are they're going to want to hold it. They're not going to want to go in the crate. So what I would recommend is, no matter what your lifestyle is, what your schedule is, just try to keep a really solid routine of perhaps maybe wake up, walk them, they go to the bathroom, feed them, walk them again. Give them like an hour of time outside to play so that it can start getting moving and get that metabolism flowing. And then put them in a crate for about an hour so that they're forced to kind of hold it a little bit. And then right out of the crate, walk them again. And just keep that going 4 to 5 times a day, and definitely at least 2 or 3 times at night until you start seeing some sort of a consistency. Within that routine, you'll have what I call interim walks, which are the walks that kind of disappear over time. Ideally, you want to walk your dog about 3 to 4 times a day. So if you're walking them, let's say 5 or 6 times a day, just take a few of those out and we would consider those our interim walks or our temporary walks. So the second possibility would be medical issues, which are commonly overlooked. A lot of people think, well, I have a young puppy, so there couldn't possibly be a medical issue. But medical issues include bladder infections, urinary tract infections. It could be maybe some sort of a diabetic issue. I would definitely, at this point, check with your vet first before you start implementing any other routines. This way you're not wasting your time trying to train a dog that literally can't hold it in. Simple urine sample, blood work can really shine some light on a very, very challenging topic. The third thing you might want to consider is how dominant your dog is. A lot of times we're having dogs that have housebreaking issues when they're actually marking. Marking is something that you can identify by a dog commonly peeing in an area where you walk the most, let's say a hallway or a bedroom door or in a kitchen or a living room where people spend the most time. Marking can also happen when a dog finds that somebody in the house is a little bit more challenging, and they'll actually wind up going to the bathroom on their shoes, on their clothing, or their side of the bed. I've seen it happen. Really spiteful little pup. So marking is not a housebreaking issue, it's a dominance issue. And the only way to really address that is to create proper structure and proper communication to let your dog know that this territory is yours. And we can apply that in a healthy manner without using fear or pain. Just one key note is that with marking, you're going to see a lot of urinating and no defecation. This is really an indication right there to tell you that you have a dominance issue. So those are 3 areas of where housebreaking can be a problem. But keep in mind that if you're focusing on one area, like developing this really solid routine, but your dog has a dominance issue, well, then your efforts are futile. Because working on that routine is not going to solve the structure and communication problem that you have. Or you could develop the routine and the structure to find out your dog literally has a medical issue and is wanting to actually listen to you, but physically can't. So definitely evaluate your situation. and see which one matches the best. But I would always recommend going to the vet first if you experience a challenging housebreaking issue. My mission is to give you the necessary tools to provide your dog with a happy and healthy and fulfilled life. So if you like what you hear, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to stay informed on future episodes like this.